Hey, beautiful earthlings. How you all doing? Welcome to this edition of the Daily Divine Freedom FriYAY. This is the day of the week or the evening that I come and I pull cards for those of you who are here during the live. So if that's something you're interested in, just drop a comment in the live stream and let me know. I'm here to be of service to you tonight. Did I say my name? My name's Lisa. And this is my heart here on YouTube. Hey, Angela, welcome, sis. How are you doing? How is everybody feeling today? It is Friday, March the 6th, 2026. It is day 64 of this new Gregorian year. So it's like a 10-10 energy today. And it feels like the energy has been rather high today. I hope you've been feeling it. I had a wonderful day, and I hope you did too. And at this time, I'd like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention of supporting the greatest and highest good of those whom I connect with this evening. I don't know what to say. Oh my gosh. So how was everybody's day? What did you do? Anything exciting? Felt like I did a lot today and I got a lot accomplished. And mostly what I did is I just went and spread some sunshine to some old folks and they were absolutely delighted. And we had a nice visit. I went and spent some time with my old friend, my healing tree. And it was so nice that it was still there. And yeah, just to hang out there for a bit and then came home and had a nice long walk and put some loungewear on, and now I'm here to you know what, I should show you the picture. They were so delighted. Just a sec. When I got to the place, I didn't actually surprise Mr. 84. I called first because, you know, sometimes he's not feeling well. So I called first. He didn't answer the phone. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stay home. And then he called me right back. And I'm like, hey, how are you? And he's like, I miss you. I said, I know you do. I said, so you're up for company today? And he said, yeah. So I went and I picked him up some treats and showed up there. And I always like to say hi to the lady at the front desk. I had signed in and then I went over to say hi. And then she's like, oh, you're not going to be able to go up there today. The floor's on an outbreak. I'm like, what? And she's like, are you on the essential list? His essential list? I said, I don't know. I should be if I'm not. So she looked and my name wasn't on the essential list. So I'm texting his wife, who's in Dominica or St. Lucia right now. I'm texting his wife. And then I called him upstairs and I said, I'm here. They're not going to let me come up. It's there's an outbreak or whatever on your floor. He said, who said? He was all upset. He wanted to talk to them at the front desk. And anyways, long story short, my name is now on the essential list. So I went up and had a visit. It was interesting because they wanted me to put a mask on. I didn't know that right away. And as we were sitting at their lunch table, they had asked me to put a mask on. And I'm like, oh, really? And so they're like, yes, it's mandatory or you'll have to leave. And so, you know, sometimes we have to do things that we're not really happy about doing. So I grudgingly put the mask on and had it made all kinds of, you know, it was like so uncomfortable for me to do. And so I was like making sure like that it was not up against my face. And anyways, we got through. And yeah, I stayed and hung out with them for about 3 hours. And one of the ladies at the table, she said to me today, you know what? I think your purpose in life is to make other people smile. And I said, well, maybe it is. So here is so here's Mr. 84 and I. Doesn't he look all super mischievous there? And then this is, I just call her Auntie Vida. She loves me. I love her. They were so happy to have me there. Unfortunately, I didn't get a picture of my friend Irene. Let me just go plug this back in. I didn't get a picture of Irene, but I did take her to her room and she showed me around her room. It's like a garden in there. I was delighted. And then I found out today that she was a nurse and a midwife earlier in her life. And oh, what a delight. I love going into that space and putting smiles on other people's faces. I told them to get prepared because when I go back in a couple weeks, I'm going to take a notebook and I'm going to come up with a good question for them. I always thought it would be a really interesting thing to interview people that are in these long-term care facilities that are at the later stage of their life and to just ask them some questions and like get their wisdom. So I told them that that's what we're going to be doing next time I come. I'm going to bring my notebook and I'm going to have thought of a question or a few to ask them, and I'd like them each to answer. And then I'm going to get a picture with each of them because I said to them that it's going to be a book one day, the stories of their life or their wisdom. So, yeah, it was a great day. How was your day, Angela? And let me know if you'd like me to pull some cards for you, because I don't really have anything that I'm guided to touch on this evening. I didn't sit and tune into the astrology. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'm not sure. So maybe I'll just pull a couple cards. Awesome. Yeah, tomorrow apparently is going to be a really warm day here. I think it's going to be like in the double-digit degrees. And then I guess the clocks jump ahead tomorrow night. We spring forward. Hippity hop hop, hippity hop hop. Easter's on its way. The new year is on its way. 65. So that is less 30, 35, 17. Okay, let's get some love from Archangel Michael. It does feel as if there's been a slight energy shift today. I do know that we also are in the midst of another solar storm. There's been some big flares in the last 24 hours. This card came out for us, the Ancient of Days. Yeah, it really feels like just stay the course, continue to really continue to be focused on your stability in the day-to-day for all of us. And I just feel like we're all being guided by our loved ones in spirit, our ancestors, and of course, Source Almighty. And I just split the deck and check it out. Wounded Heart, 21. It's time to wrap this cycle up. 21 is a completion energy. It is the world energy. And it's so important that we, yesterday when we were talking, I was expressing that there's a lot of pain in the back of the heart space. And it's still there. It's discomfort. It's not really a lot of pain. It's discomfort. And it's still there, and yet it is lessening. And again, you may be feeling pain in your bones, like deep in the skeletal system, in and around the heart space. And the message is here. It's really time to let this energy go. Allow the wounding to go. I mean, what are you holding on for? Why, if you are, why would you hold on to pain? You'll drive yourself absolutely insane. And one of the conversations I had with the wise ones, the elders today, was about the yoke, as we were speaking of here yesterday, being yoked to the divine, yoked to source at all times. it's so important, especially in these days. And as Mr. 84 says, that we're in the end of days. And then I say, yeah, but every time, every cycle that's ending, it's the transition to the rebirth. And so we are here in this space of endings and new beginnings. The message that I received, I don't know, a handful of years ago from the vulture that was flying right overhead, which was an unusual occurrence for me down by my tree. He was about 6 feet over my head, flying around and around and around. And the message that I received in that moment was that death and rebirth take place in the same space. And think about like the physical, like the human, right? As the temporal home of the eternal soul dies, this dies, and then the energetic is reborn in another dimension, right beyond what our physical eyes can see. 1111 there. So hey, welcome SW Media Archive. Happy Friday. That's a mouthful. SW Media Archive. Uh, um, it's so it's time to let this go. The wounded and the wounded, the wounding, walking around feeling wounded. Take that knife out of your heart. Take, fortify your field. Show yourself some love. Pour your love into the wounds and let it go. Because ultimately, we are here in service to a love that eternally grows. And it's growing right now in the human that calls the soul home. I am golden light, integrity. And the way that we move through, the way that we move beyond is often through the fires of transformation. Like the phoenix, we are reborn on the other side, or like the goddess or the god, we're reborn. The fires of transformation. And then once we've walked through the fires of transformation, it feels like it's rather important for us to continue to fan the fires of our heart's desire, of our soul's desire, to live and express and experience love in its highest vibration in the vessel of flesh. Angela says it's not like she wants to carry pain. She keeps meeting people who ghost her and stop talking to her. I had some interesting thoughts today. Again, I'm thinking about how we're moving into this new time, and, we're moving away from the patriarchy into not the matriarchy, into sacred partnership, sacred leadership time, where the feminine and masculine are coming together and supporting one another and encouraging the soul growth. And perhaps at this time, the masculine is rising into their rightful place of loving protector of the feminine, so that the feminine can go forth and sing her healing songs, share her story. We're no longer telling his story. We're now sharing her story, the songs of healing, the songs that free the children from being yoked to something external to themselves. Because remember, like the oxen who are yoked, a lot of humans are yoked to agencies, mostly agencies outside of themselves. And this is how we become a slave race, a slave race caught up in the rat race, feeling like there's no other way. It's really about us as the individual discerning and deciding for us what we are here cultivating, what is important, what are we actually here in service to, and who do we serve. So when it comes to people, a lot of times, and I find this, for those of us who are highly sensitive, and perhaps we would call ourselves empaths. For those of us, we tend to draw to us, and especially when we're still in our wounds as well, we draw into wounded souls. And a lot of times, what was really coming up today is, as we move into this new energy away from the patriarchy into this co-creative time of feminine and masculine, there is a period of time we need masculine who are protective of the feminine essence, and not those who objectify the feminine essence. And there's still a lot of this energy out there where, people are looked at as a woman, is looked at as a property or a possession of another. And I guess the same could be said for men. We're not. We are here, and Angela, to your point, point there, a lot of times, those who are high vibe, we tend to walk a large chunk of our life in a solitary fashion, because we are here to practice and be love in action in our life. And we're going to attract wounded souls as long as we are still carrying our wounds as well. And as empaths and stuff, it's really important that we begin to discern what is our energy and what is someone else's, because we can be rather bombarded by the energies and emotions of others when we're not the refinement, if you will, of our own energetic sphere. Hey, witness 222. Oh, is that you, witness 22? SW Media Archive? Okay, so Angela, I'm going to pull some cards for you and see. Anybody else wants cards? Let me know. I don't imagine I will be here too long tonight unless we get an influx of beautiful souls that keep this live stream going. Okay, so Angela. Yeah, Angela, a big part of the message coming through is like, this is a time where you're being asked to fill your own cup, to really take the time, and in particular, the next few weeks, the next 2 to 3 weeks, as we move towards the true new year, just to sort of clean house, if you will. It's almost like a housekeeping, and there is a deep desire within you, and I understand it. The longing for kinship with another, partnership, a like mind, a like heart, someone that we can be chatting with together long after dark. And, we know that our heart is safe with the other. And again, it's about you, any of us being the vessel of change. And change is never easy. And sometimes, we've done so much changing. You've done so much changing. You've done so much healing over the years. And it just feels like you may be feeling a little bit stalled out. You may be feeling like a little bit defeated. And where is my tribe? Where is my family? Where are my people? They're coming. And until then, the focus this is not, and it's being said here for like quite some time now, well over a year. This is not a time to give up. And especially now, as we're getting close to the true new year, keep going, because our thoughts are going to get in our way. We're going to wonder, You're probably wondering, excuse me, what's wrong with you? Why do these people stop talking to me? Why do these people ghost me or whatever? There's nothing wrong with you. Sometimes, you know, it's almost just like I'm being guided to say vibratory match. And sometimes when we're in these situations where people aren't a vibratory match, previously you may have compromised yourself and, compromised and settled and almost like lowering, like making yourself small in order to fit in places and with people that you weren't meant to hang around with, roll around with. And so continue to focus on you and continue to believe it's like about holding the highest um the highest vibe and magnetizing into your experience that which you truly desire. And remember, loving source, God, creator, universe already knows your heart, knows what you desire, that you continue to focus on what you desire instead of what you don't have or what you're missing or what's not here for you yet. Yeah, manifest. And again, whatever you're thinking, our energy amplifies, whether it's positive or negative. And sometimes, like I'll be completely honest here. In the early days, I was a negative Nelly. Like back in my 20s and stuff. Like I was kind of negative. I was kind of negative. And I used to write affirmations on sticky notes and I stuck them all over my apartment to help me because our power is always in the moment. And so when a negative thought creeps in or whatever, we don't have to go, oh shit, there's another negative thought. It's just being aware of it and then entering it with a positive thought, because it's the self talk. And this is where we do a lot of our learning and growing. And this is where we begin to understand how we communicate with ourselves. And perhaps, well, oftentimes as we communicate with ourselves is how we communicate in the world. So this is just saying to me that you have the ability to manifest your heart's desires. It's just it may take longer or it may seem like it's taking longer than you would like, and yet we can trust that everything is unfolding in divine and perfect time. And your focus is to continue to align with the divine and walk in integrity. Beyond the mind, the sacred heart beats. So we'll get you an Archangel Michael card. I hope these are resonating and making sense, Angela. I love that the manifest card came out for you. Look, there's one Magdalene card in here. Let's see what it is. Oh, the Magdalene. There you go. The Magdalene. You are a high priestess. You are a medicine woman. And I know, there can be the longing of the soul, the calling of the soul. And, if it makes us feel angry or sad or lonely or anything, it's an opportunity for us to go deeper into the experience, because folks like us don't walk alone. We've never walked alone, we do walk solitary like the hermit. We do walk that journey, the awakening journey. And ultimately with any grace, we connect with face to face with one that we're meant to share life with, to do life with. Don't give up, because if you give up, how can it come in? And this is the Archangel Michael card, fertility. And it's a number 14, which is temperance, patience. Talk to your angels. You've got this. You've got like the fertility card. You've got the manifest card. You got the Magdalene card. Stay in your heart, Angela. Just stay in your heart a little longer. You're almost there. You're almost there. The path is almost clear. So that's what I have for you tonight, Angela. I trust something there resonated. Thank you for allowing me to connect. If anyone else is here and would like a card, let me know. I'll pull one for all of us right now from the Queen of the Sun Oracle. Awesome. You're very welcome. Oh, look, for all of us, hope. Yeah. Yule. And so it does feel like, so we're coming up to the true new year. The Yule season was the holy day season. We are in the midst of more holy days. Perhaps every day is meant to be a holy day. And well, every day is a holy day because we are the children of the divine. And so it's just about us remembering who we are and perhaps showing a little reverence for that heart that beats inside and remaining hopeful, helping our purpose evolve. And, perhaps it's helping other people every day. I feel, hey, Jennifer. Awesome. Um, the Yule, what I'm feeling is like, so this is around the solstice, 12/21. And I'm feeling like we're seeing a cycle come to completion with the birth of the equinox, the true spring. And it has taken a lot of strength and courage to remain focused on staying in our heart space, to not give up on our dreams, to not lose faith. And if, again, as it's often said here, if we look too far outside of ourselves, we could be we could be thrown off course pretty quick. And so we're not here, we're in the thick of it, and we are the light. The light is returning, the light is rising. And thank you for your courage. Thank you for your willingness to continue to move forward from your heart space. And it's like I'm hearing you've come to understand life is not a race. It's the day to day, enjoying the day to day. So Jennifer. I like this. So the first card out for you, Jennifer, is number 33, preparation, Mabon. So that's like Mabon, Maboff, Mabon. Just from the look, this is like in the autumn. What I'm really feeling here is that since the autumn, you have been in this stage of preparation. And you have been diligent behind the scenes, doing not just the inner work, perhaps allowing space for more rest. You've been, I'm hearing like you've been in the mode of the seeker, and you've been preparing. And it's like, what am I hearing? Dream keeper. You have been the seeker, dream keeper. And something about this month, it's almost like it's all beginning to come together. Grapes in the tarot, I know this isn't the tarot, it's an oracle deck, but grapes are very abundant, creative, prosperous. And so I feel whatever you've been working on, Jen, is it's working in your favor. You've been doing good work. Keep going. With the 33 here, I do feel like you may be coming up against thoughts, and it's 3 there on the clock, like 3 live viewers and 3 thumbs up, so thank you. Balanced exchange, I love that. But I feel like there may be stuff coming up, like just little things creep in, Jen, where it's almost like sending you not quite in a tailspin, but you're like almost second guessing yourself a bit, wanting to step back. No, no is what I heard. Don't step back. Continue to cultivate and sow those seeds that you would like to see grow. And know that whatever it is you're working on is supported. Follow your passions. Beltane. That's funny. You got Beltane and you've got Mabon here. And so it's like season by season, things are unfolding. Beltane, Mayday. And so between now and May 5th, in and around there, May 8th, I feel like it's like you're in this creative gateway that's very abundant. And not even if things don't all come together, like all the ideas, if they don't come together, it's important that you continue to just like jot down your ideas and not, you don't have to push through, you don't have to force anything. This is a number 38, which is an 11, which is the path of mastery. And you'll see here, oh, is that the masculine and the feminine? I believe it is. And this is healing. And so perhaps, there's some creative projects that are going on with, a counterpart energy, or, an awakening masculine energy in your life. It just feels like a new day is dawning. And so I'm just, again, they're showing me these cycles, like from autumn to now, the transition, the growth. From now until the midpoint to summer, there's going to be another big spurt of growth. So remain grounded. Make sure you're maintaining your own stability so you're not feeling overwhelmed. It's like your prayers are being answered. Your prayers have been heard and they're being answered. And now, it's like blow some more wishes out into the world. Because it's almost like I'm hearing everything you've wished for is coming into your experience. We've made contact. You've made contact, Jennifer, and there may be some new energetic support coming in. Like you may be feeling, I don't know, like a new presence around you, a new guide. Or maybe it's just because spring is coming and it'll be easier to get outside and make contact with the natural world. But this is like you've made contact with your truth. It was 3311 there on the clock. Again, speaking of the 3311. So perhaps I'm feeling like that 33 keeps coming up. Like, is there something that you need to forgive yourself for? Or is there somebody that you need to forgive in order for you to live your best life? Six, eight. Strength and courage. Like if we add it all up, it comes to, oh, not there. What if we add all those up? 17. We add all those up, 17. A lot of healing. And there may be, you may be at this final shed, before the fire horse can giddy up and take you forward. This came again. I'll shuffle the deck. I may not have shuffled it. I may have just. But patience, fertility, slow and steady, change by change, like changing as you go, changing, shifting, planting. I was down at the lake today. I was really looking at one of the big root structures, an uprooted tree. And anyways, it was so, there's safety. What I kept hearing and what I'm guided to share now is like, there's safety in your roots. Continue to heal through those roots. And the more space that's created, the more healing and clearing through the roots, the bigger the tree can grow, the bigger the dream gets, bit by bit, coming together. Infinite possibilities. Are you kidding? Do you see the, what is that number? 39? Oh, 39. 12. You are the channel of light who is chock full of everything is, you're full of unlimited potential. Anything you can imagine, you can achieve. Anything you can dream, you can achieve. If you believe in yourself, the whole entire loving universe believes in you. So keep going, Jen. And this is about like syncing up, lining up, syncing with the soul, aligning with the soul. It hasn't been easy for us, any of us, to get to this point. And it's not, it may feel like the easier thing may be to turn around or run or just to throw in the towel or wave the flag. No, no. Yoked of the divine, yoked to the divine, because we are infinite and eternal, and anything we can dream of is possible for us in this lifetime. So, Jen, dream big, sis. You can do it. I trust that some you let me know. I'm going to take a sip of water. If anyone else is here and would like some cards pulled, let me know. A sip of water, it's tea. Okay, I'm going to pull an Archangel Michael card for all of us here while I wait and see if anyone else wants some cards. Yeah. Megan? Meg? Absolutely. So this is for all of us because I said that. So I'll pull this for all of us and then we'll pull for Meg. Look at this for all of us. Mega? I like that. Sananda, mastery. This is about each and every one of us here walking our unique path of mastery, co-creating with the divine. 3, the Trinity. Some say Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Some say Mother, Father, God. Some say masculine, feminine, child. This is the Trinity that we are here to align with within ourselves and to work within the masculine and the feminine to support the child within, to feel safe and secure in their own skin. And many of us didn't feel safe and secure in our own skin as children. And so we've had to, along the way, the pain became so much that we had to change. And we had to somewhere along the way show up for ourselves instead of waiting for some, knight in shining armor or some government agency or somebody to come and save us, some savior. We took the inner journey, and a lot of us, via the pathway of the teachings of our dear brother Yeshua, began to align with our path of mastery, began to align with the fact that we are the light, the children of light, here to resurrect at this time. Through what? The journey of forgiveness, the walk with our own heart, the walk home to our own heart. And this is true heart smarts, the greatest technology of all. And, in this image, they say Sananda is the ascended version of the Christ, Yeshua. And all I'm really guided to on this card is those beautiful, beautiful crimson wings and all the pink and the radiant, radiant, pure heart, the purity of heart. This is where we get to make our fresh start. This is our fresh start, personally and collectively. What are we going to do with it? Aw, thanks, Jen. I'm glad it resonated with you. I'm glad it resonated with you. It's so nice to have you here. And I love you. I love you. And I'm grateful for your presence in my life. We've been at this for a long time. Okay, so Mega, now for you. Welcome. Mega 92. Oh, look at that. Mega 1111. Mega, you are the gateway. You're the gateway to all of it. You're the gateway to bliss, to joy, and pain. All of it. And you know what? I feel like there's this call, Mega, for play. Um, there's this energy of why am I hearing that? Like Megatron. I don't even know what a Megatron is. Is that like a transformer? Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Hmm. You're divine. I feel something like I'm really feeling like solar plexus energy around you, Mega. And then we have this contact card again. It feels like what I'm hearing is you've reestablished contact with your sacred heart. Yeah. And your celestial counterparts, if you were, or your cohorts, those who guide you in the spiritual realms. This is powerful. This is a powerful look at this. Mega. It feels like your gifts, your spiritual gifts, are about to open if they haven't already. And if they haven't already, before I show you the cards, if they haven't already, there is going to be a need for you to really, if you're not already, to really begin to become aware of your energetic space and what's yours and what's not yours as a highly sensitive person, as a person who is in contact with the higher realms of consciousness, if you will, out of the box. Um, Not a mind full of stuff, mindful, oh, it's just like one with all, with all things seen and unseen. This is the divine truth of you, and you are receiving guidance. You are hearing the celestial realms, the angels, God, creator, source, all those loving messages, all that loving support is really intended to support you to come online and align and be of service first and foremost to you and then to others. This is the key, because there's a lot out there in the world that's not really built on truth and integrity, and all this stuff is crumbling. There's a lot that begin to tune into their spiritual gifts, and it's all about, oh, horse and pony show. Look at me. I can do this. I can do that. And yet, there's some integrity that's missing. It doesn't feel right because it's from an unhealed space. And so, what I'm really being guided to say to you is you are hearing, you are receiving messages from the divine. And it's so important that you remain grounded and centered in your heart, trusting your intuition as you continue your journey of healing, because you are a natural born healer here to share your gifts with the world. And it's an unfolding, it's a process. Anything is possible if you believe. We keep getting these seasons, and I find that very interesting. And so the big message, um, it feels for all of us within Maga's message is that we're wrapping up a cycle. A big cycle is wrapping up, and at the point of the equinox, a new cycle opens up. The new beginning, the blessed new beginning that is abundant with possibilities, and the possibilities on your doorstep, if you will, are because of the path of devotion, commitment. Again, the fires of transmutation, the fires of transformation, while always held in the loving hand of Creator, of Source. And so it does feel, Maga, that it does feel like there's a need for you to really, as your gifts continue to open, to really cultivate your personal practices on a daily basis that really support your your spiritual essence and staying of the highest vibe. So we'll get an Archangel Michael card here. Okay. Oh, ooh, volatility. Mercurius. It's a number 23, which comes to a 5. 23 is my number for the divine masculine. And what it feels here is, again, as I was looking at this card, it was like the feeling was staying. You are a number 23, so your life path is 5. Which is, the life path of 5 is about change. And, that's challenging for all of us, and especially those who, perhaps have had a pretty rough and tumble experience of being a human. And now all of a sudden, like, we're tapped in and tuned into the spiritual because this is how we heal. It may be hard for us to reveal ourselves authentically in the world. And it may take time, especially when our gifts begin to open up. There may be those around us who are like, what the WTF? What the heck? Right? And so we don't want to get caught up in that trap of, you know, anything that's having us feel enraged. I mean, there is such a thing as righteous anger. And yet, righteous anger will spur us into loving action. Righteous anger isn't going to have us go out there trespassing on our sisters and brothers. And so that's what I'm feeling with these two energies coming out back to back, is like, you don't want to get caught in that trap. And we do have Mercury retrograde right now until the 20th, till the time of the equinox. And so there may be, communication, miscommunication, or, communication breakdowns, or perhaps communication breakthroughs. So just stay grounded is what I'm feeling. Just stay grounded. Like, don't, if something's popping off and there's a fire happening around you, walk through the flames. Walk through the flames and come out reborn again, because this is what we do over and over and over again. So, Mega, I hope that makes sense. Hey, Miss Wing 222. If you'd like a card, let me know. If anyone's here that I haven't yet connected with and you'd like a card, let me know. Mega, thanks so much for being here tonight. It was a delight to connect with you. I love your energy. It's fun playing in a high vibe energy. And yet the message is, remember to remain grounded. Stay in your own energy. Stay in your own space. And remember, you are always held in God's loving embrace. and anything's possible if you believe in you. Hey, Colleen. All right, I'll call you Colleen. How you doing, sis? Good to have you here. I like the Miss Wing 222. Omega, you're welcome. Thank you so much for showing up here. It's an honor to have you here. And if you resonate, hit that little subscribe button and come back. We're here 6 days a week at 11:45 or so. And yeah, 6 days a week. Tomorrow's my day off. Tomorrow's the day of rest. Every god and goddess needs a day of rest. Okay, Kelsey, for sure. Hey, Kelsey, welcome. Kelsey's in the house. The young maiden's in the house. All right, so let's Mega, I'm glad. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, angel wings. Okay, so Kelsey. They're having me go to the Magdalene Oracle, which I haven't pulled from tonight for Kelsey. So we're going to start here. I just heard something like, Kelsey, this is your year. Kelsey, this is your year. Have no fear. And what I'm being guided to say here, it's like, that's a message that's been coming through a bit this week, right? Those who are similar vintage, to me, it's like we've walked through a lot of fear, maybe decades of fear, right? And to get to a point where everything is saying, keep going. There's nothing to fear. The end is here, if you will, and the end of what? Struggle and strife that is fear-based, fear-induced. And so those who are younger, 2, 3, 4 decades younger, perhaps than me. I'm not sure how old you are, Kelsey. What the message is here, though, is that it's so important that you trust your heart. Let go of fear. If there's something that your heart deeply desires, it's a calling. It's calling out to you. It feels right and true for you. Go for it. Because the sooner that you believe in yourself and totally go for being that sovereign vessel who is yoked to a higher consciousness beyond the mind, we don't even have to identify it or anything. When something is of the divine, is loving and kind, it's going to lift our spirits. It's going to have us feel love. Anything that is not of the divine is going to have us raging, blaming, fighting each other. I'm right, you're wrong, you're a moron, you're dumb, this, that, da, 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 da. And that's what that's not divine likes for us. And so what I'm really feeling for you, it's like so important for you to stay in your heart and trust what feels right and true for you, because this is your year beyond fear. Oh my God. Confirmation. Turn the page, ring the bell, sing your song, trust your heart. I can't even say anything else more, because this literally comes out as confirmation of everything that has been said. You know what is best for you. And again, similar to your mom, I'm feeling this has to do with creative pursuits. And I'm feeling that art, it's almost art, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's dancing or singing or writing or drawing or painting or cooking or whatever it is, it supports emotional stability. It supports emotional healing. And so this is where again, beyond the fear. In the emotional waters, this is where we quell the fears, right? Because the emotion, like the mind and the emotions, that can be pretty tumultuous. And yet, if you stay in the center there, your beautiful heart center, and go as guided by the heart center, there's nothing that you cannot achieve. This is your year if you believe. And this feels to me like union with your soul purpose, your heart and mind aligning. And now you are operating from the purity of the heart space, yoked to the divine, a soul coming back online in a powerful way. And it's in a powerful way. And yet there's also a gentleness to it. There's a reverence to it. It feels like I'm getting really warm now, too. So you've got a lot of spiritual support and guidance around you. Uh, oh my gosh. And so what they're saying to me, what I'm feeling, what they're saying, who's they, what I'm feeling is that you've got this whole, let's just say your higher self or loving creator, God, creator, universe, whatever you believe. We're not here to I'm not here to convince anyone to believe anything, except perhaps that whoever created us loves us unconditionally, and whoever created us has seen everything, even heard every thought. We don't even have to speak it, and creator source knows. And you know what? We're still loved. And so that's where I feel like there's this union, this really beautiful union, Kelsey, in your heart space. And it's as you co-create with the divine, as you co-create in your unique way, a divine blueprint coming online, guided each and every step of the way. And again, whatever your art is, maybe your art's music, or maybe you just love music, use it to support your healing and your creative pursuits. Follow your passion. Life is meant to be a hoot, and we are meant to toot our own horn. And so I feel like, spirit is tooting your horn tonight, Kelsey. I heard no more forlorn. So maybe you've been a little, maybe you've moved through a phase of being a bit in the dumps, down on yourself, down on, life's not easy. But no buts about it. Life's not easy. And yet, look at this flipped out. You are eternally loved and protected. Again, more confirmation. Number one, this is your new beginning. What is it that you would like to achieve in this upcoming year? Because it feels like the entire loving universe is on your side, encouraging you to co-create with the divine and allow your soul to sing and your heart to shine as you unify from the inside. Look at that. You are eternally guided. 24. And it's about, so 24 comes to a 6. It's about your choices and decisions, your choice to live your bliss. You don't need permission from anyone. You need to focus on what supports more love and fun in your experience. And I'm hearing, we've only just begun to live. Is that the Carpenters? Da, na, 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 na. Da, na, 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 na. Room to grow. Na, 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 na. Yeah, I think that is the Carpenters, right? Karen Carpenter. Anyways, Kelsey, that's what I have for you. I hope something in that wackiness resonated with you. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect. Colleen, I'll absolutely pull a card for you. I love that song too. The Carpenters popped in a while ago. I know it's the Carpenters. I can see the video. And that's again, like thinking of sweet Karen Carpenter with the voice of an angel, really, she was so gifted, so beautiful, so incredibly talented. And yet the pressure of the external, the yoke to the external had that sweet child of light struggling with some internal battles, right? Um, that space of like competition, like Karen Carpenter was viewed as like the girl next door energy, right? And that's that's not as appealing as the bombshell energy. Uh, to those who I objectify, right? Instead of just seeing the beautiful gifts of the child and allowing that child's soul to shine and show, um, in its own unique and special way. And so, this is what we are here to cultivate, that inner peace, that, yeah, that inner peace, that that love that never dies, the eternal flame, right? Because we are always eternally guided by our heart and soul. So, Colleen, you're up. You're up. I'm so thirsty tonight. Okay, Colleen. Okay, return of spirit. Shifting. I just saw again, I often get the visual when I see this card of the little strainer thing that you children get in this buckets, with buckets, pails to play in the sand. Um, and then I heard that song, "Want to shake something glide. I don't care if I die. I'm gonna shake something, something. Don't ever leave me. Don't ever say goodbye." I don't know why that song just came in. Oh my gosh, that was your wedding song? I literally sang your wedding song after connecting with your daughter. That is amazing. Thank you. And Kelsey, thank you so much for allowing me to connect. That is amazing. I love that. That's confirmation. So thank you for bringing that confirmation to me, Jennifer. Yeah. So Colleen, I don't know if you know that song that I don't really know, but that's come in. So it feels like maybe you're feeling like you're bebopping around, and maybe you feel like the ground beneath your feet is shaking, and that's been coming up a lot this week. And what I'm feeling here, it's like just come back to the center, stay there, because we are in a we're shifting timelines, and yet we are meant to anchor in our unique high vibe. And as we continue to go forth and co-create with the divine, healing at all times, we're always healing. And I'm seeing this image here, Colleen. It kind of looks like, remember they had that image of that bug flying across the planet, the virus. That reminds me of this kind of this image here. It's reminding me of, but it's not a virus. It's like an immunity shot. So I feel like saying, Colleen, you're immune to all the bullshit. It's like a bullshit um, detector. You are a bullshit detector. And so just stay nice and grounded in the center and let everything shift and shake and fall away around you and just remain in the center, enjoying the view. A sacred kaleidoscope is you. Oh, this card keeps coming out. Union. I'm kind of at a loss for words. That rarely happens. Kind of at a loss for words. But it does feel like there's been a deeper union within you, with the masculine and feminine in you. And then the message that I'm hearing is it's up to you if wishes and dreams come true. It's all here for you. I'm kind of seeing like little birds there in the center, almost like leaning in, like beak to beak. Do you see that? As as you speak, you create, and as you believe, you receive. Again, the music, the music card. And you'll see here again all the red through the center there. And it's like that deep in the center of the shifting card, trusting your intuition, staying grounded, and this supports your power, you to be in the power position in your life. And then what I'm feeling when I'm looking at this card, it's like graceful movements. I know you have back issues and stuff, but it's like graceful movements, almost like putting on some music and just slowly allowing your body to open and working with your breath, perhaps to create some space or some ease in your experience. I don't know. It feels very beautiful, Colleen. It feels almost like a ballet. That's a first. Feels almost like a ballet, but like working with breath and doing big swoopy arm movements and maybe like little um they're having me move my foot out, like sliding on the floor, just creating some space. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling with this, Colleen. It's like a union with, you've done all the work. You've made all the changes. You've been shifting for a long time. You are now aligned and playing the music of your own soul, and the magnetic field is growing for the experience of divine union. They're just saying to split the deck here. Prosperity. Number 37, 10 energy. The wheel is spinning. The wheel has spun. So they were asking me to split the deck. Diva magic, infinite possible or incredibly small. And that's like the mustard seed. It's because of your choices and decisions, Colleen, that everything you can imagine for yourself is is manifesting in your experience now. And it feels like 2026 is a big year for union and partnership of the beloved, because there are sacred missions to fulfill, everyone rising in their rightful role and position. The women, perhaps in some ways, as spiritual leaders and the men as well as the protectors, and also a spiritual authority, and taking their place at the table, the round table. So let's get a Queen of the Sun oracle, Colleen. Come on. Order. Everything is unfolding in divine and perfect order. Number 3, co-creative energy, and this is definite masculine energy. And then the 3 is the feminine energy. You know, the empress and the emperor meet in the astral realms first. And perhaps, you know, as things unfold in divine and perfect order, they come together here in the 3D. And in fact, many of these unions are meant to take place here. Just hold your course, hold steady, and know that your vision um, is coming to be. Well, there's the feminine celebrating femininity, celebrating masculinity. 31 is the mirror energy of the my number for the divine feminine, 13. And 13 is the death and transformation. You've done it. You've made it. It's like you won it. And now it's like sitting back, or perhaps, look, we're talking about dancing, and here they are dancing and celebrating movement. And it doesn't have to be big, express, tribal dancing or anything like that. Small, beautiful, graceful movements. Feeling the love. Souls aligned, souls on fire. Honoring the heart's desire, honoring the heart's call. And you've done it. And you are now at the place of the rise after the fall. So, Colleen, I trust that those messages resonate. What a delight in sharing those. It's been a delightful evening sharing with all of you, bright ones. Yeah, that was pretty good confirmation, wasn't it, Angela? That was good. Our gifts are opening. I found in the last couple of years, and through 2025 and into this first part of 2026, as my gifts continue to open, well, first I had to realign myself. It was 1 1 3 1 3 there. First I had to clear away some of the stuff in my life that wasn't healthy, and had to heal. What I find with the opening of the gifts, it's like a gentle opening. The more that we're settled into our own energy, the more that we're in our space, the more easily spirit is able to communicate with us. And it's so beautiful. It's like being held in the loving embrace and just doing, what we came to do. I love coming here and sharing with all of you. Today I may be feeling a little bit, my energy's starting to wane a little bit here at 10:33. Um, Going and hanging out with the seniors today, what a gift. What an absolute gift. And to see them all light up when they saw me, and then the hugs, and the laughs and the singing. We always sing and we always laugh. And what a gift. That just made my whole day. It made my whole day. So what I'm really guided to say right now is that do what makes your heart happy. Just be happy. Cultivate happiness and peace in your own experience. and as you do, you will open to the wonder that's all around you. And when you look in the mirror, you'll be gazing upon the wonder that is you, God's gift, God's beloved child, reborn wild. Oh, yeah. Mm. Oh, the 333 has been showing up a lot, Colleen. Yeah, that's I always feel ascended masters, and then the triple goddess as well. Yeah, I've said it here before, Colleen. I love going, and if I could ever, if I ever won jackpot or something, one thing that would be nice would be to have like a home that was for people that, because there's so much that we can learn from one another. I just can't get involved in these organizations. I can't be yoked to anything outside of myself because I'm not taking any medicine or anything like that. So I could never work in one of these institutions like where I go to visit. It's great for me to go and visit. Um, but, in order for me to work there, I'd have to do all these things that would compromise my own, you know, my own integrity. Like I'm not willing to compromise. So yeah, I'll go in and do what I do and spread sunshine, and they bring sunshine to my life, and I absolutely love them. I love them as much as they love me. So, oh, you found a dime. Yeah, dimes from the divine. Yeah, it's always nice. So, if nobody else is here looking for a card, which I'd be happy to pull for you, if you're here, it'll be going once, going twice. I'm going to pull us a Magdalene card. And then if no one else is here, we won't be here tomorrow. We'll be back here on Sunday with the weekly intuitive energy forecast. We've got Friday the 13th, the second of the year, next Friday. Yay, another day of the divine feminine. Oh, look, it came out again. For to live aligned through our heart with our soul, yoked to the divine, healing. And our healing, not only do we heal, my ear is going crazy, our healing is a gift to the world when we share ourselves and our gifts with it does like no expectation of reward, because the reward is the service itself. Do you feel it? I sure do. Like to see people smile makes me smile, makes me happy. To see people laughing makes me happy. So, one more card. It doesn't look like anyone else is here. So, Colleen, I love you too. And the gift, you are a gift in my life. I like being around people who appreciate me, and those people that I go to visit Mr. 84. As much as he appreciates me, all those other people in there too do. And they've really grown on me. Like, I sit at a table with the four of them, but it's a dining room with 4 or 5 tables. And, everyone's kind of in on the sing songs and in on the laughter and stuff. So it's so fun. Look at this. We're here to experience our heart and soul's manifestation as we elevate Mother Earth to dear Gaia. So beautiful. We're supported, and we are like the standing ones, the trees. We are here to get up off of our knees and to nurture our deep roots and live our truth as guided by the soul that lives and breathes and beats, that lives and breathes and beats as our heart, as our vessel. Oh, awesome, Colleen. I'm so glad you've made a lot of friends there. Have you got your eye on anyone? Is your heart set on anyone? Um, yeah, so tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow's we won't be here. It's going to be like 12 degrees here, and I've got a breakfast date with my sister, and well, breakfast slash lunch with my sister, and then I'm sure I'll have a walk with the dog. Oh, yeah. As we depart for the night, confirmation that we are wrapping up a cycle. And the cycle is no longer accepting another's truth. We're living and breathing the fire of our heart's desire, our own truth. We've taken the masks off, and we're wrapping this cycle up, and we're beginning again. The brand new beginning is here. The world is our cupcake or oyster. Maybe it's the universe that's our oyster. Well, probably, since we are the cosmic butterflies. Anyways, I'm so thirsty. Oh, it was 1 2 1 1 2. The beautiful channel of light is you. So I think I'm going to just say thank you all for being here tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Angela, Colleen, Witness 222, Jennifer, Kelsey, Maga. Um, that's it. Yeah. So there's no prospects there. One friend calls you mama, as I have the same name as her mom, and she has passed away. Yeah, that's so cute. Mama. We all just want to feel love, right? Yeah, I will have a great weekend. Well, tomorrow's my Sunday. So today is my Saturday, tomorrow's my Sunday, and then I'm back to work on Sunday. So, or back to the job. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Except I work 3 to 11. Um, yeah. So, ladies, thank you so much for being here. It has been a lot of fun. I know my energy's a little more subdued. I guess it's on the 9 o'clock. It's now 10:42. It's getting late. It's getting late for a Saturday night or a Friday night, whatever. So I'm going to say thank you all so much for being here. I see you, I feel you, I love you. I hope that your messages resonate, and I hope you felt the love that was shared through your messages. And I thank you so much for shining in my life and sharing time and space with me. And I really appreciate tonight the balanced energy exchange. That's nice. So with that being said, we'll be back here Sunday morning at 11:45. And until then, get out there, sing, dance, and play, and support the child within to thrive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's gonna take a long